Hello guys. It is currently 2:44 a.m. here in Dubai. I'm currently still on my vacation. I think I have about three nights, technically 4 nights because I haven't really gone to sleep yet, but 4 nights to go before we call it an end to this. And I'm in very good spirits, and I felt compelled to make another video following up on my stay here so far, and not only on my stay here so far, but what's currently on the membrane, if you know what I mean. So here I am. I love to make videos in the early morning, late nights, because I feel like there's less clutter going on, less chaos, less disruptions or annoyances or confusion or clutter or people kind of interrupting your current thought process or things of that nature. So I like to make videos when I'm feeling a sense of tranquility and a sense of peace through all of the chaos that goes on in my brain sometimes even, and just in life in general. So here I am, literally in the bathroom, making it do what it do. Sorry, I just looked at the back because I see a rag right there, and it's a white rag with like brown on it. Please don't be misled or think that's like a pile of shit given to the fact that we are in the bathroom or anything of that nature. It's literally makeup from me wiping my face with the rag earlier. But anyways, that's besides the point. Here I am, and I'm feeling really good, and I'm also feeling very hopeful. Aside from my trip, aside from the experience that Dubai is giving me, I can't help but think of my last communication with my twin flame and where that leads us, or where that has brought us now. We are currently not on speaking terms, and this is from my doings. I feel like because of built up frustration, because of needs, because of my new phase in my life, and where I currently am right now, the self-love that I've been able to grasp and live through is in opposition with how I was dealt or how I operated in the past with my twin flame. And it just brought me to the conclusion that I feel like instead of nitpicking, instead of complaining, instead of demanding or pleading for what I feel I deserve and what I need in this relationship, what about we just cut ties? Because I am not new to this, and I know who I'm dealing with, and I thought that with the time apart that we spent, a couple months, nearly 7 months that we had apart from each other, I thought there was some thought process, some thought-provoking thinking on his side, and I thought there would be a huge transition given to the fact that I did sense a growth from this man, and I definitely felt like there has been progress made. But even though progress has been made, I didn't realize that we haven't reached quite yet the breakthrough of the progress. We haven't reached a milestone. We haven't, I took a leap of faith, but we haven't made it over that leap to the next side, if you know what I'm saying. And, I was just being my typical optimistic self, my typical loving self to this man, thinking somewhat of the worst of what I've been through with him, but literally hoping for the best, giving my best, and trying to turn the blind eye to the past, believing that because of the progress that I feel and I sense and the maturity that I feel like this guy has grown to some extent. I felt like, you know what, we could just start fresh, minus the bullshit, forget about it. You know what, let's just do our best. And what the mistake I feel I made is I said this to myself instead of demanding that conversation, provoking that conversation. I knew that it would be difficult for him. I knew that it was going to be a sensitive topic. I knew there was a lot of regret from his side of how he went about things and how he treated me and how he misled me and misguided me and basically was very deceitful in a lot of ways and cold and kind of killed this bond that we had to some degree. So I kind of was being my typical self and protecting him, forgetting that, hey, as much as you love this guy and you came to terms that you love him and this is unconditional and not much of anything could change that, whether you guys are apart or together, this is a new day and time. You're in a new state of mind, a new state of love, self-love that you have for yourself. So I can't even allow myself, it's not even I can't allow myself, I can't operate. I tried, as you could see, as you hear what I'm saying, I tried to operate as how I did in the past with him, but it just doesn't work because I'm not there. I've grown in such extreme ways that it's hard for me to basically, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, to dumb down myself, to turn the blind eye to what I know and not just know on the surface. I'm a very intuitive person and I feel things on a heightened level, and I can't no longer dumb down myself to make you feel superior, dumb down myself to make you feel secure, dumb down myself to make you, to remind you how much I love you, to convince you how much I love you, and dumb down myself to protect you in any state or form. It just felt like I was belittling myself. So instead of trying to have that conversation that's definitely needed, I just was so heated that he didn't really learn much or didn't really care to do what is needed to keep this relationship afloat, to keep it on a healthy level, to have a fresh beginning like we both know that we yearn for and want deep down inside when it's all said and done. To the fact that I had to, kind of nitpick or kind of tug at it or shut it down was very disappointing for me. So instead of having that conversation, I said to hell with it, and I just messaged this man and I said, you know what? Do me a favor and delete my number. And I'm very serious. That's what I said to him, and I left it at that. And of course, him being thrown for the loop, he's wondering what just happened. As far as I'm concerned, we finally met up. We finally, kiss up and rub up and build up on you. We finally did that together and had a union to some sense and was finally back in each other's arms again and was reminded how much we love each other and console each other and need each other to some degree, only to be thrown this basically thank you, but no thank you, fuck off next, basically. That's the vibe. That's how I was speaking. But obviously, you guys, I hope that you guys are aware at this point that really my heart means the opposite. And I feel the opposite. Really, I want to believe that I want to spend the rest of my life with this man. But his actions doesn't follow. And I cannot continue to endure the bullshit. Long story short. So here I am deciding to live my best life. I am not trying to go back in that energy of feeling neglected, feeling in any type of confusion, feeling deceit, feeling unsure of where this is going by the hour, by the day. It's like I see him that day and then the next day it's like I don't hear from him for hours at a time and Don't get me wrong. This is not, see, this is how it's funny. It's like you hearing this, you're probably thinking then, like, come on, mama, he ain't interested. Nah, that is not the case. I kid you not, that is not the case. This guy just has horrible communication skills, first off. Secondly, he's not very comfortable with expressing his emotions, and I feel that's because of what he's been through and past hurts and, you know, child upbringing and things of that nature that really hasn't crippled and kind of like crippled in fear and anxiety of really expressing what he feels at his core, which I feel is complete love and divine respect for me. But I'm tired of knowing but not hearing and not seeing. You understand what I'm saying? I can't protect this love that we have, this love that I know we have, and I can't support it to the world and my surroundings and my families and the people closest to me. And if I have nothing to show for it, it's just a knowing feeling. It's just a knowing feeling, and it's just like, you're going to have me looking dumb out here if I base it off of actions and words, because there's not much of neither one of it. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I was so disappointed with that reality and that reminder that I just had to shut down the whole thing before I came here. I said, you know what? I'm not going to go on this trip being the faithful, compassionate, loyal person that I've been to this guy since I've met him, and I met him since 2017. This is the beginning. Gosh, Mercury retrograde. Get the words going. But this is the beginning of 2019 now. Come May, this is going to be 2 years of this guy being in my life, in and out, whatever it may be, but 2 whole years. And I feel like we are much better than that. We should be further than that. I should be getting more than that, than a feeling and a knowing. I need actions to follow, or this ain't gonna work. And this is not an ultimatum. This is where I'm at in my life. No love lost. I love you whether you're in my life or whether you are out my life. But this time around, I love myself more. So I'm gonna put my value and my self-worth above all things. Well, of course, God is above all things. Let's be sure. Thank you, God. I give all the glory to him. And this is why I speak the way I speak right now, because I have God's love, and there's no more powerful love than that. There's no more divine love than that. There's no more unconditional love than that. So having that, and having that relationship that I've built with my God, and the self-love that I have found through that journey, has led me to this conclusion that no, it didn't make me feel superior or entitled to this guy and feel like, oh, I'm better than you now, so next, shoot, fly, don't bother me. No, that is actually the complete opposite. It's like, God damn, it's like, I really love you, but if you can't seem to operate the way that I need you to, or I most importantly feel I'm deserving of, then you can love me over there. Do not constantly come to me or be in and out my life with the bullshit. Do not drag me into your healing process. I do not want to be tied in that, and because that will cause confusion and unnecessary tension that I don't need to carry with me. I've let all that go. I left that over there, and I'm keeping it over there. And coming back into a reunion and a reconcile to some degree with him has triggered those unwanted feelings, those past regrets, those uncertainty. And as soon as I felt that trigger and that confusion and that what's next, I said, I'm not going to go in circles with it. I am not going to say, okay, by this time, if he doesn't message me, or tomorrow I'm going to do this, or I'm going to check if he's on at this time. No, Absolutely not. I don't need that. I'm not there right now. And as soon as I felt me going in that direction or even having that type of thought process, I picked up my phone as if it was an emergency, and I went to his name quicker than light. I probably was even shaking, all nervous and shit with my Gemini ass chart. I'm an Aries, by the way, but I have a Gemini ass chart filled with Gemini. So I was like, I had nervous energy, like, to hell with that. To hell with that. I don't need that in my life. So I said, no. And I'm not also, while I tell you no, I'm not going to help you figure out why I'm saying no or meet you halfway with my no and explanation. I mean no. And you know exactly what I mean with no. And it's either you come to terms with your feelings, embrace it, share it, nurture it with me, meet me, communicate, then you can just kick rocks with it. I want nothing else. I want nothing more than respect, value, unconditional love, security, and a promise of let's do this together. It's almost damn well marriage, and really, I don't really think I ask for much from this guy. I'm very protective of the way how he operates. I want to make him come at his own groove. I have let him, walk to his own set of his drums or whatever the saying is, and, let him do his thing. But enough is enough. Patience is enough. Like, I have to have something to show for this, and I don't have much of nothing to show for this. Long story short, there's not enough balance in this. There's not enough give and take. I see a lot of giving, and taking, and no give and take. I just, where's the justice, basically? So, yeah, so that's where I'm at with him. If it's not clear, I do love him, and I do think of him every day, but not in the way that I did before, where it's controlling my thoughts and controlling my day and controlling my attitude and things of that nature. I'm allowing nature to play its course, and I'm making sure I live my life in the process and grasping each moment, embracing each moment for what it is, of people, places, and things. These people I'm meeting, my family that I'm with on this trip. I'm focusing on positivity. I'm focusing on self-love. I'm focusing on growth. And if he wants or chooses to stay in that energy, in that frequency, or anything of that, oh my gosh, my words are so horrible today, because honestly, I want to blame it on Mercury retrograde. But what will I do when Mercury retrograde is up and I'm still stuttering? Or just fucking up my words, who knows? But until then, I'll be blaming it on that. And I just want to say, I just want him to get it together so we could get it together. I just want him to hurry up, just so we could take our time, really, together and enjoy each other like we always knew we could, and we have initially when this all began, and when we just really pretty much saw a new day in each other's eyes, really. I don't want to sound all poetic, but that is who I am at heart. So I'm a smooth motherfucker with the words, you know what I'm saying? So that's just a little tip, that's a little something. But anyways, oh my gosh, it's 3-something in the morning, and here I am acting like it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Go figure. But yeah, that's where it's at right now. And I, once again, as always, I still wish him nothing but the best, regardless of what he makes from this and what he makes from this with our time apart, the actions he chooses to take with our time apart. But the time is ticking, and I still wish him the best, whether we decide to move together or move apart because of his pride and his ego and his regret of things from the past, or just kind of focusing on negativity and on, things that didn't work out in his favor, or things that turned left, or people that wronged him, or, thoughts that don't bring up the best. I wish he would just focus on the positivity and moving forward and you know, fuck the bullshit, inhale the great and exhale the bullshit pretty much, and not to sit in that energy. But nonetheless, regardless of what I said and regardless of where I am at in my life, I still pray for that guy. And I don't pray like, oh, get it together. I pray for his well-being. I pray for his health. I pray for positivity. I pray that he's uplifted and that, you know, that God has him as God has me, and God has all his children, really. And this is something I feel he knows my heart when it's all said and done. I would hope to think so, that he really knows my heart at its core. And so I know that it's not easy, and I know that he has other things that he's tied to, as far as you know, I want to call it a karmic lover, and his ex, who there's kids involved, and you know, if it was up to his heart, I feel like he would be in front of my door in a heartbeat. But because the way his life is set up and kind of transitioning, and him not being honest, he doesn't know how much I know and how much I take in. So he you know, he just feeds me little crumbs here and there of the transition that he's going through, and keeps saying, okay, at this time, just wait a minute, just hold on, and not fully giving me the full scoop. He doesn't know that I'm intuitive as shit, and I pretty much have a good understanding of what's going on. But you have to communicate this with me, and if you keep lying or withdrawing or withholding, I should say, information from me, then I'm going to end up being like, you must take me for a fool. I'm not a fool. I'm no dummy over here. And the more you communicate to me as if I am, the more I am going to build a dislike towards our union that we could have over here, a resentment towards everything that I've endeared with you, and I ain't gonna have or want to have shit else to do with you. And that's just the reality of that. On that note, I am in great spirits, if that's not already obvious, and I am very thankful, and I'm filled with complete gratitude, and I give all the glory to God. I actually, I'm surprised I didn't say it earlier, but I cried tears of joy today. I was filled with so much love and so much happiness in my heart and in my surroundings. I felt so blessed to be here in Dubai so early in the year, my birthday month at that, and to share it with people that I hold so close to my heart, and to just be in this atmosphere. It's just been, long story short, it's been a long time coming. It's been a long way coming for me, and I feel that I'm more than deserving of this trip, and the timing is just impeccable. Please bear with me, guys, with the communication. Gosh. It's horrible, but whatever. It's late, and it is what it is. And I was so happy. And anybody who knows me on a personal level knows that I live for taking creative photo shoots, recreative photo shoots, or anything of that nature, that Tumblr type of Pinterest type of artistry type of vibe. And I've been knocking my photo shoots down like this, and it's coming out even better than I anticipated for it to be. So you could just imagine how filled with joy I feel with being here in such a tropical, beautiful atmosphere. Dubai is full of lights. When I think of Dubai, I think of all of the lights. I mean, from the buildings, like the infrastructure, okay, of it all is just unmatched. All of the buildings have its own type of vibe, have its own type of look, and it's like no other. It's beautiful, and it's clean, it's a healthy environment, and there's just a lot of different shit going on from left to right. But I think so far in my trip, the most thing that I grasp is the artistry of how it was built, and built from just sand. Like, they have come such a long way from just sand. It is like a perfect picture. Okay, picture perfect, basically. The weather is not as hot as I had hoped it would have been at this time. I feel like if we came at the beginning of May, Mayish, ending of April, we would have enjoyed ourselves a lot more as far as the weather goes and not have to look for a sweater or a jacket or anything of that nature, and just be free as free as day as I would hope that we would have been. So that kind of dimmed down the whole experience, the whole Dubai experience, I feel. And other than that, I am happy, okay? Very, very, very happy. And I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to continue to embrace each moment. Inhale the great, exhale the bullshit. Inhale courage, exhale fear. All right? Ciao.